Today, our lesson is about the modal verbs. What are the modal verbs? Modal verbs are used for many things. First of all, let us see together what are the modal verbs. Modals, they have another name. They can be called modal verbs, they can be called modal auxiliary verbs, or modal auxiliaries. They are special or unique verbs which behave regularly in English. Why do we use them? We use them to give additional information about the function of the main verb that follows it. In fact, they have a great variety in our life. These modal verbs, I know that all of you know the meaning or know what are the modal verbs. The modal verbs can be can, could, shall, should, will, would, must, have to. All these verbs are from the family of the modal verbs. What are the characteristics or what are the features of modal verbs? They have features, they have characteristics, they have something to be special. They never change their form. You can't add s, ed, or ing. A modal verb, it's the same as it is, can. In all its usages. For example, she can play, I can play, he can play, we can play, it's can. In all its cases, it's can. We never change it. We never add s or ed or ing to this can. It is the same in all cases. They are always followed by infinitive without to. For example, when I say, I can play tennis. The verb here, it's bare infinitive. I can watch TV. Bare infinitive. So they don't take anything except the bare infinitive after them. They are used to express these modal verbs, can, could, shall, should, will, would, as I said to you. They are used to express what? They can express certainty, stability, willingness, obligation, necessity, or ability. These are the functions, or these are the usages of these modal verbs. Here, this is a list of the modal verbs. As I told you before, can, could, the past of it, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, we need, and have to. These are the modal verbs, and this is a list of these modal verbs. The modal verbs are used to express functions. They have many functions, right? Such as what? Permission, ability, obligation, prohibition, lack of necessity, advice, possibility, and probability. Let us look at the function of each one to understand the meaning of each modal verb and how they are unique and have special characteristics. Number one, can. Can, it can give you ability. Something you are able to do. I can run, I can talk, I can play basketball. So this is ability. I can use can in informal permission. When I want to take a permission or to ask for permission. Can I open that window? It's very hot. So I can say, Miss, please, can I open the window, please? This is kind of permission. Informal request. Can I have a glass of water? You are so thirsty and you need some water. So you said, can I have a glass of water? This is kind of what? Informal request. Possibility. What do I mean by possibility? Something that you are possible or you can do it. It is possible to be done. Like when I say, anyone can become rich and famous. It's not something impossible. On the contrary, it's possible. Right? This is number one, can. And these are the functions of can. It can be ability, it can be informal permission, informal request, possibility. Look to number two, it's can't. What do you mean by can't? I can't. It's kind of impossibility, impossible. Impossibility, as we said. You can be 30. I thought you were about 20 years old. Something that you can't believe. For example, you saw someone and you think that this one is, or this person is about 25 years old, but in fact you will find that he is 40. So whenever you see this man or this person, you said, I can't believe it. It's kind of impossibility that you are 40 years old. So can't here, it gives the impression or it gives the function of impossibility. Could. Could, it can be used to ask for permission, and could, it's polite permission. For example, when a student, for example, is asking his teacher, could I borrow your book? For example, you are taking the book of your friend. So you said, it's a kind of formal request. Could I take your book? Could I borrow your book? Polite request. Could you say it again more slowly? For example, you are in class and you're asking your teacher to say the example again or to explain the lesson again, but in a slowly way. Could you say it again more slowly? Ability in the past. Something you could do in the past. She could read when she was 4. It means that when she was 4 years, at that time, she could read a book or something like this. Suggestion, we could try to fix it ourselves. Something that we could do. Possibility, I think we could have another gap for. This is his thinking. He is thinking that it's kind of possibility that maybe we can have another word, and we hope not. Must. It's used for deduction or certainty. What do I mean by this? That must be Jerry. They said he was tall with red hair. Something you are certain of. Something you are sure of. So you say, that must be Jerry. They said he was tall with red hair. This is the description of what? This is the description of Jerry. So you are certain that this person is Jerry. I can use must for obligation. Like what? When you say, I must study hard for my exams. Or your mom comes to tell you, you must go to bed early because of the school. So here, this is kind of obligation. You must do this for your own sake. Mustn't, it's used for prohibition. What do you mean? Something you mustn't swim in that river, it is full of crocodiles. Not allowed or forbidden. You want to swim in this river, but you can't do this. So someone said to you what? You mustn't swim in that river. Why? Because it's full of crocodiles. It's dangerous to do so. Right? So it's not allowed. It's forbidden to swim in this river because it's full of crocodiles, and this makes you in danger. Number 6, it's have to. Have to, again, it's another kind of obligation. But have to here, it is an obligation based by law or by strict rules. Like, for example, when you say, I have to wear a uniform in my school. What do you mean? Otherwise, I will be punished. It means that you can't go to school with anything. You have to wear your school uniform, otherwise you will be punished, because these are the rules of the school. To go to school wearing your uniform. Don't have to. What do you mean by don't have to? Something which is not important to be done. Something which is not necessary. Like what? It is not necessary to do something. You can do it if you want, but it's not necessary. You can do it or not, it's your choice. It's optional. If you want to do it, it's okay. If you don't, it's okay. Nothing will happen. She doesn't have to finish her composition tonight. It means that she has plenty of time. So she can do it tomorrow, next week. We still have time. It's not important. It's not necessary to do it today, because we have plenty of time to do it later on. May, it can be used for possibility. And may here, it's a little bit formal. He may run the marathon this year. It's possible. But I can say that it's about 60% that he can do this, 60 or 65% that he can do this. He may run the marathon this year. He may or may not. I am not sure enough. I can say that I'm sure by, for example, 60%. I'm sure that he can do this. But it's possible. It's a possibility. Polite permission request. May I go now? This is the permission. Or you are in the class for example, and you want to go to the bathroom. So you are telling your teacher, or you're asking your teacher, may I go to the bathroom, please, miss? Right? Might, again, it's less possible. Might is most commonly used to express possibility. And we use it sometimes to make suggestions or requests. Be careful, you might fall. Here I'm trying to give you my point of view. Be careful, you might fall. Or I can say, for example, if I want to make a suggestion, I can say, you might use the internet. You might use the internet if you want to check. Again, this is here the rest of the modal verbs. I have should. Should, it's used for advice. I advise you to do something. You should visit your dentist at least twice a year. This is my advice to you. If you want to take it, it's okay. If you don't, it's up to you. It's your choice. But I advise you to do this. So should, it's kind of advice. And I can use it for recommendation. You really should go to the new restaurant on Main Street. What do you mean by this? It's a kind of a restaurant. I went there, and I would like you to go to visit it because it's good. It's fantastic. So I recommend this restaurant to you. Would, it's used for regular actions in the past. Past habits. You used to do it, but now you stop. Like when I say, I will let the tap run while doing the dishes. Now I am more careful. It means that in the past, I used to do this, to let the tap run. But now, I'm a little bit careful, more careful. I can use would for requests. Would you put up these posters about pollution, please? I'm asking you for a request. And I ask you to take these posters about pollution to help me in putting them up. The last one, it's needn't. Needn't, it's equal to don't have to. But the difference here, needn't, again, it's lack of necessity. And the difference after needn't, the verb comes in the bare infinitive or in the bare form. You needn't take the car. You can get there by bus. It means, again, you don't have to take the car. You can go by bus. But here, needn't, when it comes, the verb which comes after it or the verb which follows must be in the bare form. Now, as I told you, or as I believe in, practice makes perfect. If we look to this, I want you to help me try to guess. Choose the best model answer. I think you wear that dress. It doesn't suit you. And here I have the choices between the brackets. Don't have, must, shouldn't. Here, if we look at it, I think you what? Wear that dress. Why? It doesn't suit you. But it's not a must, or it's not an obligation. It's my point of view. It's my advice to you. So here, in this case, we are going to choose shouldn't. I think you shouldn't wear the dress. It doesn't suit you. This is my point of view. This is my opinion. This is my advice to you. But you're free. If you want to wear it, it's okay. It's up to you. It's not obligatory. Look at you. All children fasten their seatbelts when traveling by car. It's a must for their safety. All children fasten their seatbelts when traveling by car. Don't have to, would, or must. Of course it must because it's kind of obligation for their safety. You, number 3, you be very rich to go skiing nowadays. Mustn't, needn't, don't have to. Very rich to go skiing nowadays. What do you think? You mustn't be very rich. You needn't be very rich. You don't have to be very rich to go skiing nowadays. You don't have to be rich to go skiing nowadays. It's not important to be very rich. Anyone can go and to practice skiing nowadays. Number 4, you use your flash inside the museum. It's forbidden. not allowed. In this case, you are going to use a mustn't. You use your flash inside the museum, it's forbidden. You mustn't choose your flash inside the museum, it's forbidden. Here, mustn't, why do I choose mustn't? This is the choice that I have here. If I have to, I would choose have to. I would choose have to. But here, mustn't, it is the one that I'm going to use in this sentence. Can, must, may dogs fly? No, of course not. It's kind of a possibility or ability. Can, must, may dogs fly? No, of course not. Can dogs fly? Are they able to do so? Is it their ability to do so? No, they can't. Or no, of course not. Number 6, if you go to Egypt, you take a camera. Again, it's kind of advice. You should take a camera if you go to Egypt. It's my point of view, it's the best thing to do when you go to Egypt to use a camera or to take a camera. Number 7, I speak English when I was younger. Here it's kind of ability in the past. I couldn't speak English when I was younger, right? Excuse me, I use this computer. Again, it's kind of a permission. May I use this computer? It's quite late. My parents be sleeping, I suppose. I think it's late. I think that my parents, might be sleeping. It's kind of possibility. They might be sleeping at that time. Why? Because it's late. Number 10, to get a driving license, you be over 18. This is our law in Egypt here. To get a driving license, you have to be over 18. This is the law. 11, I'm looking for a jumper. You show me that one, please. Again, you are asking a favor or you are asking a request. Could you show me that one, please? You are requesting. You are in a shop and you go to take a jacket or a jumper or something like this. So you are asking in a polite way. Could you show me that one, please? 12, drive a car. Because I don't have a driving license yet. I drive a car because I don't have a driving license yet. I can't. Again, it's forbidden. Or it is impossible. It is impossible to do this. You come with me. This is number 13. You come with me. I can handle it alone. You needn't. You don't have to come with me. I can do this alone, without your help, for example. Number 14, I'm a bit lost. You help me, please. Here, again, might, could, or should. You need someone's help, so you're asking, I'm a bit lost. Could you help me, please? Thank you very much.